Good morning to all of you. Today we are going to see the question answer of lesson 8, that is Harold the Hornbill, our hornbill. Number A, take the correct option. Harold's father built an enclosure of dash in a tree trunk for Harold's mother. The answer will be B. Earth, build an enclosure of earth, sticks and dung. Number 2, when the author says, in his naked boyhood, Harold was no beauty, he meant that, number B, he meant that, what did he mean? As a baby, Harold was not beautiful. Then number 3, the enclosure in the veranda was not required after a while because, number 3B, Harold had grown up. Number B, read the sentences and answer the questions. As he grew bigger, the room became more cramped. Who grew bigger? Harold grew bigger. Number B, who built the room and how? Harold's father built the room in the hollow of a tree trunk, which he closed with a wall made of earth, sticks and dung. Number C, what was the purpose of the room? The room was built so that Harold's mother could lay an egg and Harold could be born. Next, number 2. One afternoon he was awakened from his sister by a loud thumping on the wall, a sound quite different from that made by his parents. This is the line from the text. Number 1, 2A. Who was awakened? Harold was awakened. Number B. Who had disturbed him? A civet cat had disturbed him. Then describe the one who awakened him. The civet cat was large, yellow and furry. Number 3. Grandfather and I took over the duties of his parents. Number A. Why did the narrator and his grandfather take on the duties of Harold's parents? Harold was still young when the narrator and his grandfather found him. Also, Harold had been injured when he tumbled out of the tree hollow. The narrator and his grandfather took on the duties of Harold's parents so that Harold could survive and grow strong. Number B. What were these duties? The duties were to provide Harold with shelter and food. Number C. Did Harold accept them as his parents? Harold was nervous around them at the beginning but soon got used to them and accepted them as his parents. Number 4. He was willing even to share his food with us. Who was willing to share his food and with whom? Harold was willing to share his food with the narrator and his grandfather. Number B. What food did he share with the narrator? Harold offered the narrator beetles and other insects. Number C. What food did he like? Harold liked fruit, insects, green leaves, then stones and rice balls. Then number 5. His chuckle would change to an airy whistle. When did Harold chuckle? Harold chuckled before it began to rain. Number B. When did his chuckle change to a whistle? Harold's chuckle changed to a whistle when storm clouds gathered and the wind blew strong. Number C. Did Harold's whistle indicate excitement or a warning? Harold's whistle indicated excitement. Number C. Describe the nest in which Harold was born. Harold's nest was in the hollow of a tree trunk. It was closed by a wall made of earth, sticks and dung. Number 2. Why did Harold fall out of his nest? Harold fell out of his nest in the midst of a fight between his parents and a civet cat who had broken the wall of his room. Number 3. How did Harold improve his appearance periodically? Harold had a rough pot on his person which he used regularly. The rich yellow fluid that the rock pot produced was used by Harold to rub all over his feathers and the back of his neck. Number 4. Describe the way Harold ate the rice balls the narrator threw towards him. Harold would use his beak to catch the rice balls the narrator threw towards him. So them in the air, and then let them drop into his open mouth. Number 5. Which habit of Harold irritated Aunt Ruby? Harold used to start chuckling an hour before it began to rain. Aunt Ruby was always getting caught in the rain and so found this habit irritating. Number D. Think and answer. Do you think Harold's physical appearance was important to the narrator and his family? What was the reaction to the hornbill? Harold's physical appearance was not important to the narrator and his family, who acted as his parents while he was young, weak and injured. Number 2. What did the narrator wish for Harold many years later? What does this indicate about his relationship with the hornbill? The narrator wished that the Harold had tennis balls to catch and all the rains he wanted in heaven. This shows that the narrator and Harold had shared a very affectionate bond that lasted even after the narrator grew up and Harold passed away. Number 3. Do you agree that the hornbill seems to have human characteristics in the story? Identify the words and phrases that Ruskin Bond has used to indicate this. Ruskin Bond had ascribed human characteristics to the hornbill in the story. The word and phrases that indicate this are early attacks of nerves, asserted his tenancy rights, summoned me, much time and thought to his personal appearance, start chuckling to himself in fits of laughter and raising with pleasure. Number E. Circle the synonyms and underline the antonyms of the words in blue. There could be more than one of each. Number 1. Synonyms will be illuminated, brightened. Antonyms will be darkened, deemed, dull. Then promising. Synonym will be encouraging. Antonym will be bleak, dreary. Throaty. Synonym will be hoarse, rough, husky. Antonym will be soothing, mellow. Number 4. Eerie. Eerie means creepy, red, ghostly, spooky. Antonym will be ordinary. Then number 5. Raucous. Rowdy, noisy will be the synonyms. Antonyms will be quiet and sober. Then number F. Many words and phrases used in this story describe the sounds that made by Harold and his parents. Fill in the blanks with the moods they represent. Number 1 has been done. Deep gurgles and throaty chuckles, delight and happiness. Roaring lustily, anger. Then loud croaking, caw, 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 that is hunger and welcoming. Raucous bark, that is impatience, hunger. Airy whistle, excitement, anticipation. Then comes your number G. Make sentences of your own using these phrases. Dispensed with. Any infected bedsheet needs to be dispensed with. Then toy with. The baby likes to toy with the chimes hanging over her crib. Number 3. Perfected the trick. The magician perfected the trick a day before the show. Drenched to the skin. He was caught in the downpour and returned home drenched to the skin. Number H. Insert apostrophe at the correct places in the sentences. Number 1. Do you think it's in between it and is apostrophe? Then gogoys. There also apostrophe. Number 2. If it is a story by Ruskin, it's there you will put apostrophe. That is the only thing there. Then comes your number 3. Some feel that everyone's in between E and S. Everyone you will put apostrophe. Then is not. There also apostrophe. Number 4. It was my grandmother's apostrophe. Mother's after S. Then it's my responsibility in between TNS. Then dogs after S. So this is all about your apostrophe. Then comes your fill in the blanks with is, has, was, are, or where to complete this report. A spot-billed pelican has. Then the Panchakari wetlands on the outskirts of the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram are playing host to the spot-billed pelican. These paddy fields are. Then the large swimming bird with webbed feet has. Then a pink submandibular pouch and a short broad tail. It was first sighted and photographed on 18th January by S. Kumar. Karamana. Then Mr. Kumar, who was Mr. Kumar, who is, not was, who is. Then next one will be the wetlands again on 19th January and was able to sight the bird and photograph it. Then the last one will be where in 2002 and 2004. Now number J is you have to write about that person. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam served as the President of India from 2002 to 7. Fondly remembered. Read these 3 sentences that are graded according to the emphasis expressed. Now take the hints of this and you have to write us. Use suitable models. Student must ask question to fulfill their role. We cannot allow problems to defeat us by giving up. One should encourage students to ask question. I hope you have understood, and the other part, that is writing section, we will see later on. Thank you and have a nice day.